What's up, guys, and welcome to the West Ham world. Finally, it's back. We're in 2017, so first of all, Happy New Year. Second of all, I apologise, it's been a week since I've last uploaded this, but I thought, you know what, I've been doing YouTube for a year and a half, so it's about time I spend some time with the family and just leave YouTube for just a little bit. But we're going to try and hit 2017 strong. We have the next episode of the West Ham world coming up against Leicester City and Crystal Palace, both at the London Stadium. And if you're a fan of this series and a fan of Football Manager, we have some news about what I'm doing on YouTube coming up next. In a parallel universe, West Ham United decided that Slaven Bilic wasn't the right man to lead West Ham to glory at the London Stadium. Instead, they chose this man. Hi there, my name is JNO. So guys, before we get into the episode today, I've got some very important news to tell you before we kick off and play Leicester City and Crystal Palace. And that big news is I am splitting the content I do on this channel into two separate channels. Now, I believe my channel right now, JNO United, which you're watching this on, most of the people have subscribed from that big 30 days of FPL period, and they're here for the FPL. There are people here for the Football Manager as well, but I do believe people are put off by seeing content that they don't want to necessarily watch on a channel. So I'm moving the Football Manager content, once this season of the West Ham world is done, over to JNO FM. There should be a card and there will be a link in the description. So once we finish this season, West Ham world will be moving over to JNO FM. This way I can concentrate the FPL channel on FPL, do better in the YouTube searches because it will just be a channel and an authority on FPL, and I'm going to try and build up a separate channel for the Football Manager content. Hopefully we'll be doing bi-daily on the Football Manager channel. We will try and do more if we can, of course. But the Football Manager stuff doesn't take as much editing time, so hopefully we can get a lot of content up on there. And then I can maybe bring back some more stuff to the FPL channel, which I know a lot of the FPL people enjoyed when I was doing 30 days of FPL. But enough about all the update stuff. Let's get into the West Ham world and let's try and beat Leicester City and Crystal Palace. Since you were last with us with the best episode of the series, let alone the season, we beat Arsenal and then Chelsea 1-0 and then 5-0. Suddenly we found some form because we then went and won against Celta Vigo in both legs, getting through to the next round of Europa Cup against Man United. Great. Just great. It's been a while since I've looked at the save, which is why I had to check that. But we also drew with Liverpool between those Euro Cup fixtures. We should have won. We were 3-1 up and then we let it go. And then we beat Middlesbrough 2-0. So right now in the table, we are not looking too shabby. We are 8th. There's still 8 points between us and Chelsea though. So 8th probably is where we will end up depending on how well we do in these last run of fixtures. But we have two tasty fixtures today, Leicester and Crystal Palace. Hopefully we can pick up the wins here. Hopefully Chelsea lose and maybe 7th, maybe 6th. You never know. Weirder things have happened. Okay, so we are playing the new 4-3-3 that we've been trialling out, and we have Jefferson in goal, Arbeloa on the left with Byram on the right, Riedewald and Ogbonna as the two centre-backs with Van Ginkel, Ozan Tufan and Lanzini as the three central midfielders with Payet, Ayew and Guidetti up front, and we are facing the Leicester City side that were champions last year, Kasper Schmeichel, Luis Hernandez, Wes Morgan, Yossi Benayoun, no, that's not Yossi Benayoun. I don't know how to say that name, so I apologise. Taylor, who's a new signing, Mvia, who they've probably got in to replace Kante, Albright and King, James and Mahrez with Okazaki up front. No Jamie Vardy. Hopefully that means Leicester won't be having a party. Okay, we're at home, so we're going to go assertive. And we're going to go and encourage the players to prove a point. Wow, that worked. Apart from Lanzini, who just doesn't like me. What is your problem, Lanzini? Really not a big fan of me. Anyway, guys, I am excited for finishing this season, but I am definitely excited to take this stuff over to JNO FM. So, again, make sure you go and subscribe. Hopefully this will be the start of something beautiful, just like that goal. Lanzini, who doesn't like me but still scores, has managed to get his head on that, put the ball away and put us 1-0 up against Leicester City in the first 15 minutes. I do hate it when they score when I'm trying to make a point though. That's slightly annoying. I was saying I'm looking forward to putting this stuff on JNO FM. Wow, Lanzini can jump. And hopefully becoming more involved in the Football Manager community. Because I also think that's another thing. I get looked at a bit like, oh, he's this guy that does FPL and then sometimes he does Football Manager. So with the two channels, if I can be consistent with the FM, hopefully we can build the FM channel up to a considerable size. Arbeloa could be in trouble here. Referees coming up. Oh, wow. I wonder if that's Mike Dean refereeing this match, because we know Mike Dean doesn't like West Ham players. Alright, so what do we do now, boys? Do we go weaker in midfield? 3 at the back? What do we do? I really don't know what I'm going to do now. I think... Am I going to take Lanzini off? He may take that as a bit of a diss, seeing as he's scored. Oh, I don't even have a left back either. Wow. Oh no, Reed Award can, so I need a defender. There we go. So we are going to try a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I have no idea if this will work. Started so well, and then Arbeloa and Mike Dean, I'm calling him Mike Dean, I don't care who the referee is, he's Mike Dean, has ruined it for us. But hopefully we can pick up another quick goal here. The player I can't say the name of tackles Payet. I'm thinking of selling Payet in the summer transfer window. He doesn't really suit this formation, and he's getting on a bit in age, and I don't want to miss out on some big money which we could do some big things with. I am also thinking, when we take this over to JNO FM, to put some restrictions on me to kind of dictate the way we play, because right now I'm just buying players who I think are going to do well. But I would like to build something specific. And I do have some ideas, but if you have any ideas, leave it in the comments down below. Let me know. But I want there to be some sort of restriction that makes me build something specific while I try and win some sort of European competition in the Premier League with West Ham. I am also going to do a second FM save on the channel. Go on, Byram, put it away. Guidetti is there for the rebound. It doesn't matter if we have 10 men. We can still score goals and hopefully keep clean sheets. Guidetti, I believe, gets on the rebound there. I'm not sure Byram's shot was that good, but Schmeichel, oh, it was almost a nice chip to the back post. Then Guidetti gets there before Luis Hernandez. It is 2-0. 45 points, 31 games. Not really the total I was hoping for when I started this season, but I'll tell you what, in Christmas it didn't look like we are going to get anywhere near that. Anyway, as I was saying, we are going to do a second save on the JNO FM channel as well, and that save will be with the club that is dearest to my heart, which hopefully will mean I really commit to it and really enjoy it, and it will be a save with AFC Wimbledon. It won't be the first time AFC Wimbledon have been done on FM. Second yellow card, who I don't think does it anymore, which is a shame. Did what I consider probably one of my favourite FM series ever, rebuilding AFC Wimbledon. Took them to the Premier League. I enjoyed every minute of it because it was my club. But I am going to try and do my own AFC Wimbledon save. Not that I've ever really managed lower league clubs before. Just because I've always been a fan of the Premier League, and my team used to be there before the FA ruined that for me. Great save, Jefferson, well done. Okazaki almost finding the net. Leicester City seem to be getting into the game a bit more now, but Jefferson comes and claims that, and I've only had 2 shots, 1 clear-cut chance. We've had 8 on target, so we are looking comfortable even though we are a man down. We're going to bring on Jonathan Callery, who I have come up with a cheer for. So if he scores, I may embarrass myself and actually sing the cheer. if I can remember it correctly. Oh, he's going to score now and I don't even remember it, which is worrying. I really can't remember the cheer now. That's going to bug me. Oh no, I think I've got it. Not that it will score now. Now I've remembered it, he won't score. But a 2-0 victory, considering we've actually managed to get a player sent off very early, will be a great result. Can we keep the clean sheet? Because Taylor is now running down the left. We have Byram there though. Byram slows him down but doesn't stop him. But there's Ogbonna. Ogbonna has been great in this formation, as has Riedewald. Really, they've really impressed recently, my two centre-backs. And it's another clean sheet. It's another victory. West Ham are finally marching on like a team that could start challenging for some honours. Anyway, guys, give us a little bit and we'll be back for the Crystal Palace game. So guys, before we get into the next game, there is some big news. Unfortunately, with Arbeloa now suspended and Riedewald picking up an injury, which as you can see is for 8 to 9 months, we are left with no first team left back. Fantastic. In slightly better news, we have just signed a 2-year extension to our contract, now on 41k a week and 190k bonus if we manage to win the Euro Cup. So money wise for me, I'm doing alright, but the team is looking slightly weak in the left back position. So that has affected our lineup as follows. We have Jefferson still in goal. Byram is now joined by Page as the left back from our under 23 squad. Iorfa's coming in as a central defender alongside Ogbonna. Odegaard, Lanzini and Ozan Tufan are the three central midfielders with Payet, Guidetti and Callery up front. We are playing the Crystal Palace team with Mandanda in goal, Swaore and Ward as the two wing backs, Dan and Tompkins, a former West Ham player, as the centre backs, Cabaye and Ledley as the two central midfielders, with Remy, Puncheon, Townsend and Benteke up front. We want another win, but if they attack with Townsend against our left back, it might not be pretty. And I apologise if I sound different. I do have a cold, a runny nose, bunged up as anything, but eager to get 2017 and the West Ham World carried on with a bang. Another 2-win episode would be fantastic. Odegaard, I'll start commentating in the highlight cuts out. That is one of the things you have to get used to as a Football Manager YouTuber. Odegaard plays it into Lanzini. Lanzini, who's been on fire, to Callery. Callery finds it through to Lanzini. Lanzini shoots and it is saved at the near post. It looks like it may have even hit the near post. Lanzini is just a phenomenon, but if he actually wants to stay at West Ham with me as manager is a completely different matter. Looks like they might attack down the... Oh, Townsend hits the crossbar. There we go. Lewis Page, probably our weak link at left back. Townsend just leaves him behind and Townsend smacks it against the crossbar. We need a goal to settle the nerves. This is a game where, because of all the changes I've had to make, we need a goal. Also, I didn't put it as a note, but Van Ginkel is injured as well. That is why he is missing from the lineup. So we have suddenly been hit by a lot of really big injuries, and not at the best time, seeing as we're coming up against Man United soon. To be honest though, my focus is the Premier League for this season. I'm happy I got offered a new contract because our job was in jeopardy in January. So we've clearly picked up a lot to get offered a contract. But I'm not liking the fact that Crystal Palace have another highlight and our defence isn't as strong as it usually is with Riedewald and Creswell as the left back. Byron wins the ball there though. Oh, I thought it was going to be a counter. That's disappointing. Okay, Lanzini picks the ball up. Can he make something happen? Odegaard to Payet. Payet to Lanzini. Lanzini finds Callery. Callery back to Byram. What can Byram do? Finds Ozan Tufan to Lanzini. To Byram. Building up patiently. Callery into Guidetti. Guidetti shoots from the edge of the box. What a strike. Guidetti has turned it on the second half of this season. Some people said they didn't think he was good enough to be a Premier League striker, especially for a club like West Ham, but he has made London Stadium his stage to perform. What a strike. Mandanda dives too late. We are 1-0 up. I knew Guidetti was a good signing. I never doubted him. Ever. Please don't go back and look at some of the other videos where I doubted him. Just don't do it. You don't need to. Don't do that to me. Should we give Palumbo some game time? He's been bitching and moaning. So yeah, go on then. We'll give Ozan Tufan a rest. You've been bitching, so prove to me why you should be in the squad. I know you're old, but I brought you in to tutor, but now you can also perform, hopefully. Alright, Caleri picks up out after it's been cleared. Ozan Tufan to Lanzini. Odegaard into Guidetti. Plays it to Caleri. Back to Guidetti. What can I say? Guidetti is an absolute machine, and he is starting to score from outside the box regularly. This strike looks even better than the first one. Just patient build-up play. Caleri holds the ball up well, waits for Guidetti to get into the space. Bang. Might get a big money offer for Guidetti, which might help us with the restrictions I plan on putting on us in the second season of the West Ham World. Now we're 2-0 up, I feel a lot more confident. Could even be another clean sheet, even despite our injuries in defence. Not very well played by Caleri there. He could have controlled it and thought about his options. Lanzini battling. Now we're breaking away. Caleri is 3-on-3. Ayew takes a shot over. Just over. That's it. You can't make mistakes against this West Ham side anymore. We counter quick. Alright, Palumbo has it. To Page. To Odegaard. To Guidetti. To Lanzini. To Caleri. Play it to Byram. There we go. Put in a cross. I'd rather you crossed it. What is Lewis Page on, considering he's deputised here as a left back? Right, Caleri's got it outside the box. Plays it to Odegaard. A bit too much on it, son. Unlucky though, great idea. If that had been a good ball, Odegaard could have picked out his cross. Lewis Page is on a 6.5, so not good, but it's been good enough. We haven't needed a great left back because the rest of the team have performed. Should probably take him off because 65% conditioning isn't great. Arbeloa isn't suspended for Europe, so I think we've only got one more league game before we should have Arbeloa back for left back position. And there we have it, 2-0 victories in this episode. It's just fun to start winning again. It's been a while since I've been doing that on Football Manager. And let's see what that has done for us in the table. We are still 8th. Chelsea are only 5 points clear of us now, with Bournemouth 7 points clear of us, with 6 games left to go. So we could still have an impact on these top positions. I doubt 9 points behind Liverpool we're going to have any impact on the top 5. But hey, who'd have thought we'd even be thinking about challenging 7th and 6th earlier on in the season. Anyway guys, because of the plan to move all of this stuff over to JNO FM, I think we'll come back on the last 2 games of the season. Everton at home and then Tottenham away, unless something happens with the Euro Cup. That will wrap up season number 1 of the West Ham World. Then we will move over to JNO FM to carry on the West Ham World, where we will place some restrictions on us, so we have to build a very specific squad to try and win trophies. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always. If you've enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to go and check JNO FM and subscribe as well, where this series will be moving to. I've been JNO, you've been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.